Hey, Mark Davis here. I just want to give you a walkthrough of my new Bass Cat Jaguar. I've just got it wrapped. Uh, I've only got a couple hours on it, and the weather's really bad here in Arkansas, as it is probably all over the country right now. But we're inside. I've got the heat on. We're in my shop, and I thought I'd shoot a little video and just give you a walkthrough of this boat and how I've got it rigged and the equipment that I've got on it. So like I said, this is the Jaguar. Now the reason I ran a Jaguar year before last, and I loved it. I ran a Puma last year. Loved the Puma. I mean, it was a toss-up. But I'm a big guy. And I like big boats. So, even though we're restricted to a 250 horsepower, the 250 it's adequate on the Jaguar. It's a beast. When it's on the Puma, it's a lot faster. So I'm not going to run quite as fast this year with this 22-foot boat. But we're going to a lot of new water. We're going to some really big water. I know we're going to Albemarle Sound and going to St. Lawrence and some places that's got some really big water. And I'm a big guy and I like a big boat. So we're going to start up here in the front. So here we are on the front of the Jaguar, and I've got it rigged up with two Lowrance HDS Pro units, and I did something a little bit different this year, giving you some more forward advantage as far as forward sonar. So I'm running two transducers and two active target boxes, and you can see I've got one in scout mode, and I've got one in active target mode, just regular, both active target, but I've got one in scout mode and one in forward mode. So I've got two transducers, one designated for each of the units. You see I've got them rigged up with 36 volt Ghost from Lance, which I love that trolling motor. And you see the recessed pedal, which is great, very comfortable. Your active target box switch is actually right here. Turn it on, turn it off. It's an easy, and it's out of the way. That's an easy way to turn your power on to your active target boxes. So this boat, as you can see, it's big, it's wide, it's roomy. Whether I'm fishing, with a butt seat or not, I've got plenty of room up here. And a lot of times in big water, I do like my seat. But very comfortable, very roomy, big decks, and we'll start looking at the storage. Lots of storage in the Jaguar. So, looking at the storage on the Jaguar, you can see here's an empty box. I mean, this thing has got so much storage, and that's one of the things I love about it. I'll put things that I'm not necessarily using, maybe on that day or even on that trip, because I pack for the year. This is a net storage that as you can see, I've got it utilized with standard chest type life preservers. I wear an inflatable all the time, so Coast Guard makes us carry, unless you leave them on all the time, you've got to have a regular life jacket in there. So there's the front. You've got the two big rod boxes on the sides. Actually got three. We're going to get to that in a minute, but I'm not going to open all these rod boxes up. They're huge. They'll hold 30 rods or more each. This is a great box that's really deep, and it has a way of making it shallower, and I've got it where it's shallow right now. It's still deep. I mean, that box is still 10, 12 inches deep, but you can get a lot of tackle in here, and I really fish out of that little box right there. I keep a lot of my terminal tackle in there. I keep tools in there. So that's a really handy little storage that I utilize right there. We'll take a quick look right here at these storages. Here's these big boxes. These are the ones that I fish out of a lot, and you notice they come. I don't even have them here to show you. I've taken them out because I can get so many more boxes in here. But these have some great organizing trays that actually hang on your lids, but it limits you. The average guy probably would be more than enough tackle, but for me, I like a lot of tackle. I take those out, and they're real easy to take out and put back on just for boats. So a lot of tackle right there in those two big boxes, and those are the ones that I carry most of my stuff in. I've already touched on this box. So this is you can use it for an ice chest. You can use it for storage. It actually has 2 ice chests. This box you can use it. It's an ice chest, or you can use it as storage. So you've got your tool tray right here. You see I've got some good cuda tools. I love my cudas. Good snips and needle nose. Got a little tackle tray right there. So take a look at these seats. Now the seats have underneath storage. And see I've got tools in there and whatnot. This is the ice chest that I use a lot right here. It's between the seats. It's easy to get to. Got a nice little glove box right here. You can keep all your sunglasses. See I've got gloves, sunglasses in there. You've got the same underneath storage on the driver's seat. Now this box is a 3rd rod box. So you can see what I've got in it. I've got soft plastics in there now. That is a great rod box and for your partner, but I don't ever have a partner in the tournaments I'm fishing, so I don't really need it. So I'm using it as I love it for my soft plastics because I can get everything spread out in there. I can really see, it's easy to get to, and I fish soft plastics so much. Love that box. So, the back deck storage. So naturally you've got your live wells, big deep live wells. Keep a lot of fish alive in there. You've got these storages. I love this one to keep my clothes in, as far as my rain suits, boots. I've even got a spare prop in there, so a lot of stuff. That's a good deep storage. You've got another good storage over here on this side. I'll try to keep this one. I may have this one locked. I do. I'll try to keep that one empty. For my cameraman and my officials. So take a look here at the back of the boat, and I'll go ahead and open up both of these. You see I've got them rigged with Monster Marine lithium batteries. So I've got 2 36s over here for my trolling. I run 2 of the big 12 lithium monsters over here. And you notice I've got all my accessories and my cranking on the back. And I'm basically running this front one mostly for my units, but I've got ample power. And that's pretty much it as far as the inside goes. That's a quick walkthrough of the 2024 Bass Cat Jaguar.